things that stood out for me, having watched Indian football for the last 35 odd years. One, the fitness. 120 minutes Indian team running with the same fitness, I at least have not seen in the past. Two, the hunger. A Kuwait team or a Lebanon team seemed to be cramping up. We did not. We kept going in the game, even when you were in the gallery. By the way, let me tell you this. When that match was going into extra time, I, for one, was criticizing you. Why did you see that red card? Why were you not more patient? Because if we had lost, I would have blamed you. That because coach was not there, we lost that game. You should have been better. So I'm not making any two ways about that. So we were wanting that win desperately, and the hunger was apparent. Your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, if I or any other coach is waiting 90 minutes of the game to help the team, then that team will be defeated heavily. That's one thing. Whole preparation of the game is done far before the game starts. The game only brings just nervousness to the coach, because near the touchline you can witness very closely how bad referees are in Asia. And as such emotional person and protective person towards his players, I had enough watching Indian team being pushed away and mistreated by so many of these referees in the last 4 years. And I'll tell you something, when I was doing deep analysis on India, not only on Indian football, on Indian history, on Indian politics, geography and everything, to find more about the culture, to find out what to expect, because all these players will come from different cultures, different mentalities, different characters, and that needs to become one unified team. So you need to learn about them. You need to be ready to adjust yourself to them, not to make them change full picture of them. Some points, yes. But what is important here? Maybe throughout decades while India was colonized country, not enjoying the liberty yet and freedom, some servile attitude was heavily present there, accepting to be pushed away and mistreated, which is not something beneficial when we speak about sports and winning games. If you keep accepting being mistreated, if you keep accepting that major referees' wrongdoings are going against you, then you're never going to win the game. And believe me, my first red card came on purpose. I knew perfectly what's coming after that. I know I was being red carded, but people were saying, why coach is doing this? We were 2-0 up, comfortable result. Then people doesn't know that 2-0 is not comfortable result in football. It's very dangerous result. Especially that was last seconds of the first half, extra time playing on, and foul not given to us in front of me. Half a yard from me, where Kotal was pushed from their player from behind clearly and thrown out of the pitch together with the ball. Referee does nothing, and that was 7th major mistake before that, 7th. So I reacted just wisely, stopping that counter-attack coming at us and maybe us conceding the goal just prior to the half time. So I don't have problem with that. The second card, believe me, I was targeted prior to the game. We know that because we have witnesses who were present near SAFF junior officials who were talking about that point, that the referees will target in the second game, try to provoke me, to take me out and punish me because what I said on my Twitter, what I was tweeting, that if it happens again, I will do it again to protect my team, because you will not keep pushing India away from the pitch with your decisions. And that was very helpful, you need to see now, to my players and to my team. It started working in their mind, how they need to defend themselves. And you could clearly see in the next few games that their reactions after the referee's mistakes were far different from before. They were now behaving like all teams and players in Asia, surrounding the referee and insisting on him, giving bookings and booking other players from other teams for tackles, for pushes, for arguing and other things. And if you go back and analyzing the SAFF games only, you will see that 90% of the major referees' mistake went against India. So why was that? It's not just, happened. It happened with certain reasons, because I know football, I know how it works. And I wouldn't like to talk about this too much. We need better referees. Football India plays, and Lebanon plays, and Kuwait plays, needs better referees. Needs people who will protect football game and protect fair play.
Fascinating, because what you're talking about happened in Indian cricket about 22 years back with Saurav Ganguly and that attitudinal change. And now if you see the team, the Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma team, they are the most aggressive. They talk about a new India, the language of a new India, because developmentally, we are right there in the world. Technologically, we are there. Manpower, human capital, we are absolutely up there. So why not in football? And now that you tell me, when I think back, a Sandesh, a Sunil, and the players were actually surrounding the referee during that final and demanding what perhaps they rightfully need. Interesting, coach. Very interesting point that you make there. And again, I know many will argue that why did coach do that? But good to have your side of the story as far as this one is concerned. Last one, coach. Last one. 4 years has been a long time. And like you said, you are seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. You are seeing from dream, it become hope. It will be extremely painful if we have to part ways now. So I come back to that point again. How confident or hopeful are you? Because we as football fans, analysts, scholars of the game want this resurgence to stay on. Last question, Igor Stimac, hand on heart, do you think it's possible?
Okay, if I wanted to leave India, I had a chance last 3 years in several occasions to accept better offers because I had easy exit from the contract which we had. Simple as that. I told you I'm really focused and prepared and ready to enter the phase 2 of our work here. I'm not the man who is leaving unfinished businesses. Wherever I was throughout my career, as a player or coach, I was one of the most loyal people you could ever get. Okay, I'm open, but I will not wait further on as I told you. You have me here, but I have my family, I have my future elsewhere, which will be financially and otherwise much, much better, much, much profitable. It's time that we set the things clear and we speak about clear things about our future and our goals and how we're going to get there together, helping each other. Simple as that.
Okay, I leave it at that, coach. I do interviews for a living. That's my job as a media professional. Very few interviews we've seen this kind of clear talk. Appreciate that because you've clearly put out your side of the story, and I'm sure powers that be in India will see that, recognize that, and recognize the values and benefits of charting out the path now. The word is now, because Indian football needs that to happen. Thank you very much, Igor Stimac. I look forward to having you with us for the next 4 years as part 2. Thank you very, very much for your time.
It was great talking to you, my dear. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.